Hello, Robert. This will be some feedback on 4.1 and 4.2. Robert, you've used the appropriate tools and techniques to create a logo. I like this. It's part Josef Albers, maybe, I don't know, some late Roy Lichtenstein. It looks good, on a large scale. It tends to get a little muddy, though, when I reduce it. So let me just demonstrate that to you. See what I mean? But in all other respects, it's a great start. Maybe just increase the contrast. I love these where these transparent shapes, polygons overlap with this Alberesque rectangle. I like the indications of transparency and change in value, and that's easily printed these days with digital printing. So is it print ready? Well, yes, it probably is. Just be aware that as things print, they gain contrast and they tend to get muddy because there's a dot matrix involved. So do what you can to make sure that also the colors as you see them on the screen using the RGB equivalents are as close as possible to the print color space equivalents. And continue to implement feedback on making things print ready. The articulation response is good. I mean, there's not much copy here to proof, but have an objective pair of eyes go over it carefully. Watch your letter spacing. I mentioned use of N dashes, M dashes, and hyphens. I would use an N dash here, or perhaps a bullet, and watch your character spacing. There's kind of wide here, a little tight there. So numerals, they come across, aligning figures at least, come across as a string of caps. They tend to make a even text line look sort of blotched. So, maybe make them a smaller size, point size smaller. Just go down a point size, maybe on the numerals. And then I don't know if you need this bar. One last thing is, because your logo is sort of vertically oriented, consider having a vertically oriented business card. It's something simple that you can do to make your card distinctive. Pretty much the same comments for your letterhead here. Just zoom in on the typography. I don't think you need this rule here. If you do use bullets, be consistent. Use them in the same way as you do on your business card, and make them float within the X height. Here's another opportunity to perhaps make the numerals in your letterhead just maybe a point size smaller so that they don't stick out like a string of caps. Perhaps this might be an opportunity to use an N dash with a thin space on either side. Just be aware of those white intervals between characters. I like the room you've left. It's clean, and it leaves lots of room for the body of a letter. Good going. I'd like to see how you apply your logo to your website, developing website.